Welcome and namaskar. This is Pia, and today we will be talking to the leaders of Indian American Cultural Association of Westchester, that is IACAW, as they are celebrating the 24th Annual Heritage of India Festival on Sunday, that is August 4th, from noon to 6 p.m. at the beautiful Kensico Dam Plaza in Valhalla. And we are delighted to introduce three remarkable individuals who have been instrumental in promoting Indian culture and heritage in the tri-state area. We have with us Supriya Doshi, and who is the president-elect of IACAW with over 20 years of experience volunteering with nonprofits and serving on various boards. Supriya is a passionate advocate for community service, and she believes that the whole world is one place and of course one family, and works tirelessly to spread the essence of Indian culture through innovative programs that foster peace, harmony, and happiness. Joining her is Suchitra Joshi, who has been an IACAW board member since 2017 and led the board as president in 2018. And Suchitra is dedicated to propagating Indian culture and art through various outreach activities, and she believes that culture and norms that bind the Indian community into a cohesive unit transcending all languages. We also have with us Rohit Pandyaji, who brings a wealth of experience and is a member of IACAW since 1990, and Rohit has served in various leadership roles, including president in 2013, and he was part of the founding committee for the first Heritage of India Festival in 2000. Let me also tell you, Rohit is also a wedding officiant and an active participant in several cultural and religious organizations. So let me welcome all three of you. Welcome to ITV Gold, and I know you guys have traveled so much to come to our studio. So how are you guys feeling?
Great, wonderful.
Thank you so much. So let me start with you, Rohit ji, first. Let's talk about IACAW, its mission, its objectives.
The IACAW started in 1973 in Westchester County in state of New York. Ever since, the association has grown leaps and bounds. We have been doing a variety of programs, variety of events that takes place and all, and many people, they come and participate in various events and all that. And the most important thing of the association is promoting the art and culture, taking care of each other within the community and whatnot, and let the other individuals of non-Indian backgrounds to make them familiar with our culture and our traditions and all. So that's what we have been doing it, promoting art and culture and everything else.
Wonderful. And I know my next question goes to, of course, Suchitra, and I know she has been keenly listening to what Rohit ji is saying. So tell us, how has this festival kind of evolved over 24 years?
Sure. So as Rohit bhai described our mission, our vision is always to be an outstanding pillar of support for all communities, right? Indian communities, non-Indian communities within our area. And we have slowly, by leaps and bounds, expanded our reach into the tri-state area. By the way, that includes New Jersey, Connecticut, rest of the New York state. Our mission has always been, how do you promote culture and art? But over the years, we have evolved in growing it in many aspects. For example, sports is a critical part of Indian culture, right? We don't ignore that aspect. We actually promote sports. We have sponsored many sports competitions like Carom, for example. We have cricket demonstrations, so that it actually spreads as part of the core Indian values, right? And then we have now grown our youth organizations So there is something for everyone to participate in it. We have Senior Citizen Day every last Sunday of the month.
Wow.
So seniors, and believe me, seniors look forward to this program. If we cancel it once, we hear it forever from the grandmothers and the grandfathers saying, why did you cancel it? I was looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I think it's a
karaokes.
good way for seniors, especially to
Correct.
go out and do stuff.
Correct.
It
And
is.
our reach is from anyone participating in it at all age groups. So we are expanding that mission by always keeping the values in clear vision and sight.
Wonderful. So I want to go back to Rohit ji, and just let's talk about this year's, the 24th Annual Heritage of India Festival. Let's talk about the highlights and attractions.
It has been 23 years that we have been doing this, not counting the COVID era time and all that, and this is the 24th one. As we look at the society at large, what we have here is most 4 components of our current era, and that is science, technology, engineering, and the medicine. So our theme and the most highlight of the program based on the STEM, and many youths, they are going to come and talk about that. There will be some articles and all that, some literature that we will have it on display under our activity tents and whatnot. And our youth group members, they are going to come and speak about their experience and what they have written in our brochure that is going to come out on the day of the Heritage Festival, which is the August 4th. So that will be the big highlight.
Absolutely. I know this beautiful young lady, she knows a lot about STEM, and I want to ask you, why don't you talk about the STEM, which is the main highlight, the main theme of this year's festival. Talk about it, and I also want to know why STEM.
So the reason behind STEM was really stemming from some of us newbies in the organization who have, kids in the age groups where nothing can run without technology, right? And even for us, every day we have to be creative about how to deliver the cultural messages and teach the values and beliefs to our kids and the next generation to come. And we have to know all sorts of technological advances in the world if you want to have a decent conversation with them. So we thought this would be the perfect marriage of where the world is headed, right? Everything is relying on technology, no matter what field. Today, even horoscopes, you submit to an app and the app can tell you,
Exactly.
What your future looks like.
Yes.
And at the same time, we want to celebrate what India has become, right? Landing on the moon, right? India is now serving as a technological backbone and the brain for many global organizations and the world. And while we definitely play the peacemaker, we, I think, are strongly rooted in our culture and values. And, all of us really strongly feel that the root and the foundation of that culture is what allows us to reach those heights in all these fields that we are now seeing a lot of emergence of what India has contributed and Indian Americans have contributed in these fields. So that's one aspect, is the philosophy behind the theme, but also we are making it very innovative. This year we're going to have technological interactive arts and crafts for the kids. Our youth committee, which is upcoming since last year, they have actually come around and volunteered to talk about some of those Indian American contributors who have made major contributions in this field. And we're really trying to pass the message that culture is in everything, even if it is STEM or non-STEM fields. But we also want to celebrate the advances in the STEM field along with celebrating our culture, so our youth can see both sides and how it can be amalgamated to kind of lay a really beautiful foundation for the future generation to come.
There you go. It sounds very beautiful, and I'm sure it's going to be an amazing event. But Suchitra, definitely, I would want you to talk about what will be the takeaways for all the attendees.
So, like we said earlier, there's something for everyone. So, Supriya beautifully spoke about the youth participation, what the youths are taking away from it. But let me tell you a couple other highlights. We have Pani Puri competition.
Wow.
And people actually look forward to eating free Pani Puris because IACAW provides the Pani Puris. So,
Right.
it's not just learning, but it's fun. Learning and fun. We have a main stage where we invite all the dance schools in the areas and the kids from 5-year-old all the way to, I literally have a 68-year-old participant also who's going to be singing on stage.
Wow.
The younger kids clearly do the Ganesha dances and the Indian cultural dances. But there are a few adults that are putting a fashion shoot together. And they will actually display the various dresses from various parts of India, whether it's Maharashtrian, Punjabi, Gujarati, South Indian saris, which are beautiful silk saris. So that's on display also. So what we do is, based on the theme, the cultural main stage takes care of key elements, but then also involved in it are our main cultural backbones that will incorporate the entire program. And let's not forget, if you are a business owner, please become a vendor at this event, because you are reaching out to 6,000 to 7,000 attendees.
And you know, Suchitra, I think you read my mind. I was definitely going to ask you that later, that are there any opportunities for like business people, like local businesses or volunteers or anybody or sponsors?
Absolutely. If you are a performer, contact us. We would love to invite you to perform a dance or whatever your skills are. By the way, in this year's program, we also this year have invited Dhol Tasha procession, right?
Oh, procession.
They will come with the flags, they will come with the dhol and the cymbals, the tashas, and they are actually going to be performing for 15 minutes on stage, a huge dance performance on the beat and the music of dhol tasha. We have Malkham performances, again, part of our culture, right? But for the vendors in particular, just go to IACAW.org. You can Google Indian American Cultural Association and our website will come up. Apply as a vendor. We welcome you. There are a few slots open. The event is August 4th, Sunday, August 4th. And come display your art, come display your culture, come display your cooking talent. Whatever you have, we welcome you to display it.
Wonderful. I want to go back to you, Rohit ji, on a serious, note and thinking. Tell me, like, how can our community get more involved in the festival and like support its initiative like you guys are doing?
There is always an opportunity for the individuals to come and contribute their time, their services, their expertise. Every year we do take a different themes. So as we have this STEM theme this year, the previous year we had the Indian games and all that, right? So people can just come volunteer their services, their skills and everything else, and they can always be a part of the association, and they can also become a member. They can also come and enjoy all other programs and all that. And once we have their involvement, then there is always an opportunity for everyone to just to come, enjoy, contribute, help and volunteer their time and enjoy the community, know each other and all that, right?
Absolutely. We have Ganesh Day, Ganesh Puja, we have Garba Day, we have Holi program in the month of March, which if you look around, March is not that far away even though it's into next year. We have youth programs, senior programs. Come and sit back, relax and enjoy, have some fun, or take the extra step and participate.
And we have Diwali dinner also.
And Diwali dinner.
Wonderful. You got everything covered.
Yeah.
We have everything covered. So
Absolutely.
there are, as I said, everyone has a different idea, some suggestions, know-how, and when they look at it, they might say that, hey, this can be done this way too. So you know what? We want you to come, participate, be volunteer. You know what? You can also visit us on www.iacaw.org for vendors. Still, there is an opportunity for the vendors to come, the business people to come and support us, and that will also support you.
And reach to the audience, right?
And reach to the audience.
We give you access.
Completely different environment than the hustle and bustle of the city side and all that. The Kensico Dam Plaza is one of the
Beautiful.
spectacular
It is.
location.
It is.
Once you come to the Westchester and at this park, you fall in love. You will gonna fall in love with this location, and you will
Absolutely.
definitely going to enjoy the park and the program.
Absolutely. And Supriya, I want to hear from you more about the organization, like its future goals and aspirations.
So as we continue to bring India to Westchester County Kensico Dam Plaza every year, we definitely have a long road ahead of us with a lot of new programs and domains that we are expanding in. We are currently also expanding in the small business support sector, where Indian-owned businesses and other small businesses in the county, if they need resources, guidance in terms of getting certifications to do business and expand, we connect them to the right people in the community and the government. So we help them with that support as well. Our youth committee, we are working with some organizations who have a bigger presence at the national level to see how they can get involved in events and get opportunities to maybe even visit the White House and get exposure to all the diplomatic work that happens between India and America, and that's where they feel the real bonding, you know, of where their roots are and which is which is their home country and where they're born, and they get to get the best of both worlds. Our youth is also doing a kids program where our youth is going to be spending time with little kids and talking to them about culture, helping them with homework, teaching them philosophical, reading them philosophical texts, talking about our religious texts, answering questions about values, belief systems, and really playing that role of a mentor in that setting. So those are some of the programs. There's other areas we are going to expanding is the sports. As Suchi mentioned, bringing the Indian sports, exposing our kids to it, but also taking them to the next level where our sportsmen and the sports teams get to participate at the national level leagues. So we're expanding on those as well. And of course, going to go ahead and innovate more, expand in the health, maybe do more health drives. So there's a lot coming, we can go on and on with so much we have.
You want to add?
Yeah, a very critical component, and Supriya just jogged my memory. During COVID time, we actually ran IT classes online because nobody could meet anyone. And even the Heritage of India Festival was held online.
Yeah.
So people did their performances, sent us video, we had a keynote speaker. It was duplicated and replicated exactly the way we would do it in live. We just converted it into a Zoom call. And we had attendees. People actually came to see the program because it was just inculcated so much being part of everybody's lives.
And in that era, we also had the live cooking competition at one of our committee members' backyard.
Wow.
And people really enjoyed it, and many people, they had an opportunity to log into and just attend that Zoom presentation. And that was the live
We wore masks, but they still did the cooking, and we managed
that's the way to go.
distance.
Yes.
And that reminds me that we have so many vendors bringing all that sumptuous Indian food. I don't think you could stop eating the whole time that the festival is going on.
And don't miss it. So I would suggest come and take a taste of it.
Absolutely. And Rohitji, I want to go back to you and let's talk about the logistics, like the parking, admission.
Okay, so the HIF, which is Heritage Festival of India, is being done in conjunction with the Westchester County Parks and Recreation Department. And they are located at 1 Bronx River Parkway, Valhalla, New York, Kensico Dam Plaza. It's a jam-packed day. There is ample parking. It's a free parking, a wonderful place, and lot of logistics and the behind the curtain works that takes place. Once the Heritage Fair of the previous year is ending, then we start working on the next year.
year's already.
So it's a jam-packed day, and just follow the rules, regulations that is there by the Parks Department. Also there is some guidelines for the vendors, business people and all that, and also for the general people. Free parking. There is a lot of merchandise for all the park goers to come visit the fair and purchase. Mouth-watering, wonderful food from various vendors and all that. That will be also available for park goers to come and purchase. And a lot of colorful tents, colorful stuff, and wherever that you look around on that park and the plaza and the stage, the wonderful program that takes place. So there is always something for someone to come and enjoy. And this is under the nice sunny day,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
in the lap of the nature, which is surrounded by all this big dam and the tree lines and all that. So I'm sure that you are not going to regret. And I urge all of you to come. The people who they live in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, they all should just come and enjoy the park.
Exactly.
And if you do have some other friends in surrounding counties of the Westchester County, please ask them, reach out to them and ask them to come and visit the park and enjoy the Heritage of India Festival. तो जैसे हिंदी में कहते हैं कि एक भारतीय को आप भारत से बाहर लेकर आ सकते हो, मगर उस भारतीय के अंदर से भारत को बाहर कभी नहीं निकाल सकते. तो
And that is really, really very true. That is.
So we will have a wonderful experience for all the visitors for that day to come and enjoy and feel like, yes, you are in India. We bring the India to you.
So any closing thoughts, any messages you have for the Indian diaspora? I know you wanted to add something, Suchitra.
No, I think he covered it beautifully. I'll take a cue from him and say to you, you can see how the committee members are totally linked in their thoughts.
In sync, yes.
We bring our born motherland to our adopted motherland. The feeling is such, but that doesn't mean you have to be an Indian to come and attend it. You could be born of any other country. You could be born in America. You will still find something to enjoy. So it is open for all, and we welcome each and every one with open arms. My other takeaway is, come be a part of something bigger than you, because you will become bigger than what you are today.
Very beautifully said. Very beautiful. Supriya, you want to say anything in the end?
I think everyone said such beautiful thoughts, but I do want to, give a heartfelt welcome to everyone who, is interested in coming and exploring this mini world that we stand up for a day and experience India at its best. So come join us, and we look forward to not only having you join us this year, but hoping to see you more in the next year, and even maybe getting involved with us in our mission and vision.
Wonderful. And I think,
Yes, I just also wanted to say something before you ask. Let me just jump in and just say that what we are doing here is trying to educate and make our kids and all our neighbors and all to be familiar with the Indian culture that has a lot to offer. If you look at the India and Indian culture and all that, that is more than 5,000 years old, right? So that has a lot to offer, and on the foundation and the pillar of that, the IACAW would like to just make sure that we shape the future in a way where we can raise our future generation in a right way and make them familiar with what our roots are, what our culture are, and what we have and what we can offer.
Wonderful, and that's beautifully said, and I would like to wish all the best to all three of you, and I'm sure it's going to be a great, great event. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
we
you
hope
for
to
having
see you
me.
there.
Absolutely, I'll be there.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Namaste
Thank
ji.
you. Namaskar.